Hi and welcome to a new episode and to this channel. Now, you probably chose to watch this video because you want to know more about this guy, the Sawyer Squeeze water filter, and you absolutely made the right choice. Today we will talk about the specs and the features and the why to use the filter, and also the pros and the cons of the Sawyer Squeeze and how it performs. So is the Sawyer Squeeze worth your money, or should you buy something else? Let's find out. Before we start digging into the specs and the features of the Sawyer Squeeze, the main question that I get when it comes to filters is how to use one, and it can't be much easier, so let's do a quick demonstration. Fill the dirty bag with water, screw the filter onto the dirty water bag, and be sure you follow the flow marked out on the Sawyer Squeeze. Open the cap and squeeze the water through the filter into a bottle for clean water, or drink directly from the filter. Yep, it is that easy. Now, to carry maybe 1 day or 2 day worth of water in your backpack while hiking is extremely heavy, and that's why me and a lot of other hikers choose to bring a water filter. Bringing a water filter will make it possible for you to use more available water sources and to carry less water while hiking, and therefore save a lot of weight. I have been using the K2 BeFree for many years, and it is super easy to use and it works just fine. But I wanted to give the Sawyer Squeeze a chance, so I bought one to use on my latest hike. Just like most of the smaller filters out there, the Sawyer Squeeze uses the hollow fiber technology that eliminates all particles below 0.1 micron and 99.9% of the bacteria and 99.9% of the protozoa and 100% of the microplastics. What they don't eliminate is the viruses, the chemicals, or the heavy metals, nor the taste. So if the taste is important to you, you better find one with a charcoal filter. The technique used in the squeeze is used by many brands and many filters, so it is in no way unique to the squeeze. So why should you buy the Sawyer Squeeze then? Well, let's look into the specs and the features and find out. The squeeze is 135 millimeters long, 45 millimeters wide, and filter only weighs in at 68 grams. The filter capacity is covered by a lifetime warranty, so that means endless water supply as long as you maintain it properly. The filter comes with 2 water pouches, cleaning plunger, cleaning coupling, gravity tubing, inline hydration pack adapters, and a mesh storage bag for gravity filtration. The 32-ounce bag weighs in at 27 grams each. The features, well, here is where the Sawyer Squeeze really shines. It has a lot of features. You can use it together with a dedicated pouch and drink directly from it. And because it has a thread that fits most of the bottles, just like this one, or the smart water bottles, if you have that, you can use it to drink directly from it, just like this. Oops. Or you can use it together with a Camelback, or you can use it as a gravity filter. The most important feature though is the possibility to backwash and clean the filter with the dedicated tool that is included in the pack, or with a sports cap on a bottle and just flush out all the crap that is in there. So I recommend you to clean the filter as soon as you noticed a reduced flow rate. The flow rate, I would say, is okay. Not as good as the BeFree perhaps, but totally fine and something that I can live with. I especially like the gravity filtration because even if it is a bit slow, I can just sit there watching my bottles filling up. So that is nice. Okay, so let's start with the pros before we're talking about the cons. And here I have a couple of good reasons for you to use the squeeze. First, it is lightweight, and sure, it is not as light as the BeFree, but 68 grams for something that can literally save your life ain't much. Secondly, I like the fact that it is possible to use as a gravity filter, and then also maybe buy a bigger pouch like a 2 or 3 liter bag, and then you only need to collect water only once for the whole evening, or collect water for a bigger group of people. Last but not least, the possibility to backwash the filter to make it last like forever. That is probably not completely true, but it is a nice thought, right? The cons are things that for some can be a real deal breaker. First out, we have the pouches, and the included pouches are bad, like really bad. The holes are just too small and very difficult to fill up, and the bag itself is generally a pain to work with. So if you want to use the Sawyer Squeeze, I recommend you to buy a new bag, and preferably a CNOC bag. Secondly, and the major flaw, I would say, is the small seal ring you have in the bottom, that it is not fixed and can easily come loose and be lost, making it hard to get a tight and close seal between the dirty water bag and the filter, with the risk of polluting the clean water after the filter. So that is no good, so be careful and maybe bring a spare one. Finally, you can't buy the squeeze only, but you have to buy the full set, including the 32-ounce bags or the 64-ounce bags with the caps and the tubes and everything. And that is no good. You should be able to buy the squeeze only and match it with the bag of choice, especially when the included bags are so bad. Well, now I have a big decision to make here. Do I recommend the Sawyer Squeeze in front of the BeFree or the opposite? Well, I like the light weight of the BeFree, the really good included pouches, or together with the CNOC bag. And you can buy the filter only. The Sawyer Squeeze, on the other hand, is a new acquaintance to me, but it performed really good on my latest hike, and I appreciated the gravity filtration more than expected. If it wasn't for the pouches and the fact that you have to buy the whole set and get more of these really bad pouches, well then I believe that the possibility to backwash and to filter a lot more water using the Sawyer than the BeFree, I would say that this one is a slightly better choice. But it is a tie. Both are a good choice and you can't go wrong choosing either one of them. So no matter what you choose, the Sawyer Squeeze or the K2 BeFree, I think you will be happy choosing either one of them and to bring them on your hike. Now, what do you think about the Sawyer Squeeze? Do you have one? Do you want one? And do you think it is a better choice than the BeFree? Leave a comment. But for now, this is it, and if you like today's episode, take a look at these two recommendations on my other videos. Also do hit like, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. I hope to see you again next week. Safe hiking and bye bye.